Do you understand me? If you choose not to cooperate with me, I can't help you. You'll have to wait here for the police dogs to come and tear your car apart. If the dogs find anything you're not supposed to have, I'm going to throw your ass in a jail cell overnight with some very bad men who would love to do some very bad things to two skinny boys like you two. Do you understand your choice?
Officer, are we free to go now?
Okay, lawyer boy, you've made your choice. We're going to have to take this to the next level now. You stay right here. Mr. Borden, here's your speeding ticket. Drive safely and don't let me pull you over again.
Thank you, officer. Have a nice day.
What the hell just happened?
Oh my God! You're the man! You're the man, dude! That was like some Jedi mind trick, man.
About medical marijuana helping AIDS and cancer patients.
But one man in town says the drug might offer an all-out cure. Maria Garcia with that new information tonight.
Eric, Heather, you think medical marijuana can cure cancer? Well, one man sure thinks it might, and he wants to know more. Now he and a group of doctors are launching a unique study.
Pain, devastation.
That's so much of the battle. You know, pain just affects every part of you.
But a cure? Brett Strauss first had cancer in 2007. Then he got that awful news that no survivor wants to hear. A relapse in January.
They instantly saw something they didn't like and biopsied 5 growths in my neck, which turned out to be tumors.
All 5 tumors were malignant. By chance, Strauss decided to try rubbing a medical marijuana balm on his neck. When the doctors checked again in March, only 1 tumor was malignant. Strauss says his doctors aren't attributing his turnaround to marijuana. There just isn't enough data. So Strauss, a caregiver, is teaming up with a group of doctors to help the terminally ill and do a study of his own.
We'll pay for your doctor's visit, as we will go ahead and provide medication to any of these patients at cost.
Hundreds of studies suggest cannabis oil specifically has potential.
Harvard University did a study where brain cancer was being cured by cannabis oil.
But there are roadblocks to continuing that study.
We can't use it on humans because basically the government has taken all the rights to it.
I would like to give people hope. I think the mind is this amazingly powerful thing, and I know the results for me.
The doctors of Compassionate Care Colorado will continue to give free appointments to the terminally ill. If you'd like more information, you can call the phone number 571-9649. That number again is 571-9649.
In this Southeast Portland house,
it works really well topically. I just right in here have a lot of trouble.
Sandy Burbank's relieving her arthritic hands with a dose of medical marijuana.
It doesn't smell bad. And
using an ointment she makes herself from cannabis, glycerin, and beeswax. Though her official prescription is for pain due to 3 car accidents, she says her anxiety is helped by medical marijuana too, which replaced the pharmaceutical meds she used to take.
The side effects were so severe I couldn't do it. So
Burbank is the founder of Mothers Against Misuse and Abuse, MAMA for short. Her daughter Jenny is among her employees. Though not a medical marijuana patient herself, she speaks to community groups about it.
Letting them know that it is a drug, and we try to teach people it will interact with other drugs, and especially that there are lots of other forms besides smoking it, because that's one of the things that people have wrong.
Forms that include tinctures that can go under your tongue, capsules you can swallow, and yes, even that ointment to rub on your skin. Jenny Burbank acknowledges there is corruption in the medical marijuana system, especially when it comes to some growers.
Most of the time, I think it's money-based, and any time that you have that illegal black market there for any drug, that's a huge draw for people because they can make a lot of money pretty easily.
Cannabis is by far the #1 controlled substance that comes back through toxicology.
For Sergeant Michael Ely with Oregon State Patrol, the criminality concerns him when people drive while high, endangering others on the roads.
From a law enforcement perspective, we don't look at it any differently regarding impairment and the operation of a motor vehicle. If that person is displaying signs and symptoms that show that the person is under the influence of cannabis, regardless if they're a marijuana card holder or not, they will be arrested.
Whenever you're taking it into your stomach, there's a longer period before you feel the effects.
An activity Burbank shuns too, even while advocating for broader use of medical marijuana and looser laws as to who can use it.
It's too tight. People with PTSD don't have access to it. All kinds of people who would benefit, and probably a lot of them who do benefit illegally from cannabis for psychological conditions, don't have access to that at all.
I'm On Your Side investigator Anna Song reporting for K2 News.
Which is why, like, you can have hemp lotion like that and shampoo and stuff. Yeah. But this is actually connected.
My quest to get a card begins with a visit to a local medical marijuana clinic. As I approach, I'm greeted by a man on a smoke break who confirms why I'm there and proceeds to review my medical records right on the sidewalk, cigarette in mouth. He says these look good, puts out his cig, and tells me to follow him inside. Once inside, I'm given paperwork to fill out, my medical records are copied, and I'm told to return for an appointment at 5:04 next Monday. Fast forward to appointment day, 5:04 p.m. Same greeter. He takes my $200 fee, issues me a handwritten receipt because the credit card machine is not printing, then I wait. Other patients arrive, then more, then more. Nearly 45 minutes later, we're all still waiting for the doctor, who we're told is late returning from lunch at nearly 6 in the evening.
Finally, the doctor returns, and I'm seen for no more than 10 minutes. He takes a look at my medical records, which do in fact reflect 2 different appointments for pain with my primary care physician within the last 3 years. See, that's a requirement, 2 appointments at least 90 days apart. Severe pain happens to be the #1 condition people give when they apply for a medical marijuana card. Of the 33,000 patients currently holding cards, a full 29,500 state severe pain as an ailment. Persistent muscle spasms and nausea follow as a distant second and third, then come cancer, seizures, and the rest. As I applied for this card, I did not make up any medical issues. My neck and back pain relate to 3 car accidents, of which I was not at fault, and scoliosis, the curvature of my spine. They're conditions charted in my medical records by my doctor, for which I've fairly successfully treated with massage therapy over the years, not marijuana. And on this day, it's enough for the doctor to sign off, saying the patient may not only qualify, that's crossed out, but may benefit from medical marijuana.
And this year we should top $5 million.
$5 million.
In total.
Business is booming for Paul Stanford. He's the founder of the Hemp and Cannabis Foundation, which has medical marijuana clinics in 9 states, including Oregon and Washington. He does not run the clinic I visited.
This is our record room, and it's where we store 110,000 medical files.
He acknowledges there is corruption with medical marijuana, but at every level, including the disproportionate number of patients claiming severe pain as their ailment.
Well, I think there might be some people who are using it just to get medical marijuana, but I think, especially in our clinics, that the patients actually do have these conditions.
Here, medical records for each patient are reviewed before they can even see the doctor, and this stack consists of people who didn't make the cut. Still, Stanford's Southeast Portland location features Dr. Sandra Camacho, who authorized 8,760 medical marijuana cards just in the past year, far and above any other doctor in the state.
We try to provide that door to allow them to be able to use it without any legal issues.
Over year after year after year, cannabis is by far the #1 controlled substance that comes back through toxicology.
Sergeant Michael Ely is a drug recognition expert with the Oregon State Police.